All right, guys. So the draft, the NFL draft is what, like next month or something? Late April, I think it is, like the 21st or something like that. And I've been seeing a lot of speculation about what the New York Jets are gonna be doing with that pick. They have what, like the second pick or the third pick or something like that? What do they have? Second pick? I don't know what they have. To be honest with you. I think they have the second pick. But I've been seeing a lot of speculation about whether or not they're going to take Zach Wilson, or because we obviously know Trevor Lawrence is going number one to Jacksonville. So are they going to take Zach Wilson? Are they going to take Justin Fields? Or are they going to take best player available other than a quarterback and stick with Sam Darnold? Or try and trade for Russell Wilson? They could put a package together where they trade that second pick. They put Sam Darnold, a couple other future draft picks, and maybe like one other player that's pretty young and pretty decent or something, and they could send that package to the Seahawks and maybe get Russell Wilson. I don't know. That's just something it's just a possibility. But I think if I'm gonna have to throw out a guess and throw out a prediction for what I think the top three is gonna be, because if I'm not mistaken, the Dolphins have the third pick, right? Yeah. I think the Dolphins are the third pick. So obviously it's Trevor Lawrence number one to Jacksonville. Number two, I think the Jets take a quarterback. I personally think that Sam Darnold is a good quarterback. Not he's a manageable, serviceable quarterback in this league. He with potential to be a good quarterback. But he was just in the bad situation. Adam Gase is a horrible coach, so he just never really got to develop the way that he was probably supposed to, in the way that he needed to. So I think if he goes to a different team, or maybe he just like he just got to get out of the situation in New York. He cannot be in New York. If he's on the Jets, he's never gonna be anything. So he's got to get out of that situation. Go to a different team. It really doesn't matter, I don't think, what team he goes to, if he sits behind a quarterback or if he starts on another team, just as long as he's not in that New York atmosphere and he's not in that New York situation. I think he could be a decent to good quarterback with a good quarterback coach and a good head coach mentoring him and teaching him the proper way to play football. So I think the Jets take a quarterback, and if I had to throw out a guess or maybe a prediction, I think they take Zach Wilson. We know how much NFL GMs and owners love the small, fast quarterbacks from the small schools. We looked at Carson Wentz. He's not really small, but he's quick, he's athletic, he's got a big arm. So I mean, guys like Carson Wentz and guys like Mitch Trubisky get drafted high because they've got a big arm. They can move around the pocket and they can extend plays and they can make stuff happen. So a guy like Zach Wilson falls right into the lap of New York. Why wouldn't they take it? Why wouldn't they take Zach Wilson? See if he could turn out to be something other than that's better than Sam Darnold. And then I think the Dolphins take best available. I don't think they take a quarterback because they've got Tua. I think Tua's a pretty decent quarterback. He just needs to develop more. It's only been 1 year, and he's coming off of a nasty hip injury. So, I mean, you got to give him a little bit more time. So I think the Dolphins take best available, which is probably that left tackle from Oregon, Penny Sewell, or maybe they take a wide receiver to give Tua another target along with Gesicki. So, or maybe they take Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is very, very, very solid tight end. So I think they take a skill position player or Penny Sewell because they don't need a quarterback. So they're gonna pass on that. So that's my top three predictions for the NFL draft. Once again, I'm not 100% sure if that's the top three. I know that the Jags are number one, obviously, but I'm not sure who 2 and 3 are. I think it's Jets and Dolphins. So we're going to go with that. If it's wrong, I'm sorry. I didn't have time to look it up because I just happen to forget what it is right now. So that's what my prediction is for the top three in the NFL draft. Once we get closer to the draft, I'll probably do a first round prediction kind of thing of who I think is going to be taken where. And maybe I'll do a separate video on who I think the Patriots will take. And then after the first round of the draft, I'll do a recap of the first round. And then once the whole draft is over, I'll recap the entire draft, give my opinion on who I think won the draft, if there's any players I think should have been taken higher or should have been taken lower, or if there's any players I thought were like steal picks, or what teams missed on players or something like that. So I'll do a full recap after the entire 7 rounds are over with, and then I'll do a separate video after that of my recap of how the Patriots did on their draft. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for all those. That'll be in late April when that happens, because that's when the draft happens. So make sure you guys keep an eye on that. And yeah, that's my prediction for the top 3 of the NFL draft. So let me know if you guys have anything different, if you think there's going to be a sleeper pick, or maybe somebody trades around, maybe the Jets trade back, maybe the Dolphins trade up. I don't know. It's anything could happen, really. So let me know down below if you have any other comments or suggestions on what you think will happen in this year's NFL draft, the top 3, and catch you guys in the next one. See ya!